Alright, this is my personal review. It's the first part of it for the Disney movie Snow White, starring Rachel Zegler and whoever else was hard pressed to do this movie. I feel so sorry for you guys, I really do. I see where the movie was trying to go. I really do, but no. This wasn't the movie to do it with. Not by a long shot, and in all honesty, just no. Let me first get with some of my more nitpicky gripes with this movie out of the way. Musicals need a build up for each song, a build up that leads to the song, or otherwise it becomes cringy. It becomes out of place. It just looks like you're just using something as a filler. And in all honesty, that works better with animated movies more so than with live action movies. Now, let's talk about the animals. People, I get big eyes are supposed to look really cute on animated critters. And they kind of look cute here. But it kind of fall into that kind of creepy thing. I get you were trying to make them look more like the animated movies. I really do. But you have to pick one. Pick one or the other and leave at that. Now, let's get on to the issues with the dwarves. Honestly, some of the better scenes so far I've seen of it are with just the dwarves. Hell, most of the better scenes so far, all the better scenes in that movie are scenes without the main lead. And in all honesty, the person they got to play the evil queen, no issues. I'm gonna be honest, no issues. Besides her song, from what I've seen so far, this whole you can do whatever you want if you're beautiful and all that crap. Yeah, it's supposed to be so by the evil queen, but it makes her sound like a cartoon villain. It makes her sound hell even dumber than a cartoon villain. I expect something like that coming from a G-rated film, from a G-rated show, where the people all they do is beat the bad guy. It's not a Saturday morning cartoon. And guess what? Yes, they can be evil just to be evil. Honestly, if she was just evil to be evil, if you had a song that explained that more so that, oh, she believes she could do whatever she wants just because she's hot, yeah, that would make more sense for her. Doing the whole, oh, if anyone's ever watched Wander Over Yonder, there's literally a song saying, because I'm the bad guy. That song would work better if they altered a few words to it for this movie than what they've had. Now I get the Evil Queen's supposed to be vain and everything. I really do. And you know what? Vanity can make people do stupid shit. I'm gonna be honest. But again, let me get off the Evil Queen. All right, the Evil Queen herself have no issues with. Besides a couple of besides the song, thing, no issues with her whole "Because I'm Pretty" song. None whatsoever. But let's move on to the secondary sticker of the movie. Her, I'm gonna have to say something about the Huntsman. I really am. The guy who played the Huntsman, honestly, my biggest issue with him, it comes more so down to the fact that I didn't, I didn't believe him to want to be the Huntsman. That should have been, well, Earl gave it that. Truth be told, my biggest gripe is the way he was holding the dagger and everything. And honestly, that's my only gripe with the character. So be it. Yeah, that's my only gripe with the character. The way he was holding the dagger and everything. Because no offense, he was holding it like such a B-rated villain. Honestly, he looked more afraid in fact was holding an item that looked like a dagger than him fearing like him trying to contemplate whether or not he should kill the person or not. Kill its target or not. And again, with the other issues of the movie itself, if that's my only gripe with it, I feel sorry for the fact he was a part of this movie. I really do. Now, let's go to Rachel Zegler. Chica, whoever dressed you up and did your makeup and whatever, I'm gonna be straight up. They made you look like a Squire boy. A cross-dressing Squire boy. And you know what? The look I can't really blame you for, because guess what? You don't really get a choice in your outfits or anything. At least I don't think you do. I don't work in that area in show business or anything, so I really wouldn't know. But assuming you have no choice in how your hair's cut or where, you should really just turn down this movie. Really. No offense, but if you wanted to be part of this whole thing, you should have at least taken whatever little weight you may have had to at least alter the costume a bit. Or at least alter like the hairstyle or something. Because again, they kind of made you look like a Squire boy. I expected you to go around saying, "Oh, I brushed a horse, Miss kind knight, my lord, whatever." No, yeah, but no. You you don't give off that same vibe. Rachel Zegler, you don't give off that same vibe as the Princess Snow White should give off. Now, am I saying this because I'm being... No. Here's the thing. You don't show the film the respect it deserves. Because if I remember correctly, that film is the only reason, is what kept Disney alive and going. That film has prevented that company from going bankrupt and showing that they can tell a compelling story through animation. That film should have more respect put on it than a lot of other films. Now, that could just be my personal opinion, my belief, and that is just my belief. That that film should have gotten a lot more respect than what you gave it. Now, this is not counting for your act, alright? This, just understand that movie, in of itself, without that, a lot of people wouldn't have the jobs they have today. Wouldn't be known for what they are known today. And you know what? No offense, Rachel Zegler, the fair, the fairest of them all, yes, is referring to beauty, especially if the evil queen's whole shtick is her vanity. Snow White was competition for her. The fact is, you are not competition. The only way I can see you being competition for is if we're talking about on a beauty standards, is not who's the most beautiful. Sorry, Chica. If I'm comparing the both of you, especially in the get-ups you were given, sorry, Gil, Gil Gadot or whatever, I really can't remember her name, no matter how many times I tried it. Has you beat hands down. And in all honesty, it should not be that simple. I'm gonna be 100. It really shouldn't. It is really that simple. And you know what? You may call me an asshole for but saying that, but it's true. The way they made you look, 'cause I don't have a doubt you might be a very pretty woman. I real, but that film, no. That, and in all honesty, I would have had more than believe. I believe they could have found someone better. I really do. But I don't know many actresses by name or look. no main actresses, so I'm not gonna start trying to pretend to throw out names out there. I'm really not. Because I don't feel like they should be. Here's the thing. Now, let's talk about Snow White. Now, I'm not talking Rachel Zegler. I'm talking about Snow White herself. Snow White is depicted as being fair skin with black hair, if I remember correctly. There's a complete description on her. Give me a sec. Oh wait, that's not it. Skin as white as snow. Guess what? Sorry, I get people want diversity, but if there's a description of the person there, go with the description. There's a reason for the description. Just because you say, oh, that's not the case, that's not, it's because she was born in a snowstorm. That makes a lot less sense. And I mean, being called Snow White for skin as fair snow, as white snow, makes very little sense, but it makes so much more sense than saying, oh, she was born in a snowstorm, so we named her Snow White. Hell, you could even just say they named her Snow, and but her family's name was White. But hell, as I was saying before the Sabers interrupted me, it would have made more sense if they just decided to name her Snow and her last name just happens to be White. Alright, that would have made more sense. And honestly, that's something you guys could have done with. But don't take what I have to say that I know very little. And I'm just some prick who's giving his opinion. Now, let's talk about... Now, Snow White's voice is being melodic from what I remember. She's supposed to be very soft-spoken, very... just more tone. Guess what? I don't remember, so... And in all honesty, Rachel Zegler, you could have gotten away with that, without that. Because, but, tone was, I remember correctly, attracted animals and stuff of that nature. Ooh, what the? 100, 100, and 100. You? Fuck yeah. Hold on. Now, let's talk about the thief guy. Sorry, no. Snow White is supposed to meet a prince and stuff of that. Sure. Oh, they could. But the fact is, no, they decided, oh, let's give her her love interest being a thief. Guess what? The guy, I'm gonna be honest, why they had no chemistry together. The guy looked like he was just smiling and waving, just saying whatever he could to get the end of the contract over. And she looked the same. I'm gonna be 100% with you. Like, she just wanted to get this movie over and get done with it. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with that when you collect your check. But I'm gonna be honest. The effort you put into the movie shows. In other words, you didn't put effort into it. Now, one of the songs I have issues with is that trying to force love song thing. Love song into it. Yeah, no. Again, this goes to one of my gripes earlier. There is no real build up to this song. Like, just, oh my god, I'm embarrassed. And he seems kinda cute. So, let's just sing this. How's it happening? I'm gonna be honest. I have an issue with love songs in general. Because a lot of love songs are more infatuation songs than love. Love isn't clean. It's not easy. Hell, for the most part, love is a messy thing. A lot of you know what I'm talking about. So those people who hold her eyes, no, that's not love, that's infatuation. Now, a real love song, in my opinion, is pointing out their flaws. Both the guys and the girls' flaws. And people know that no matter how much those, you can never imagine your life being able to live your life without them. But that's me. What do I know? I know very little, and I claim to know a lot. Now, if I know little or a lot, now, I don't know much, and I don't point to much. But what I do know is, well, you shouldn't expect the person you care about. Really. Oh well. Now, for those of you who want what I mean on that whole love song thing, let me ask you, what's more romantic? The guy and or girl who sees all your issues and work with you, or the guy who good because I can think both would be romantic, but no, I could be wrong. But no, let's talk about dwarves. Honestly, I have no, besides the look, really no real issues with dwarves. They're about as one-dimensional as the original. Now, seems like they've added quite a bit more to their song. And if that's the case, again, no real issue with that. Because I can never remember the full thing towards that song. And I'm not going to claim to know the full thing with it. But what I do know is this. Those dwarves look creepy as hell. I mean, god damn, they look creepy. I mean, again, this goes to my whole portions argument from earlier. I get you're trying to make things look like the anime there really do, but proportions mean a lot. And no offense, the fact that you use CGI over actual people comes off a bit more discriminatory than anything else. Alright, I'm gonna be 100% on you. I get you were trying to avoid the whole tight casting thing, but come on. Really? I mean, hell, there are probably plenty of good actors and actors and or actresses if you wanted to try that route. That could probably play the dwarves a lot better than having CGI. And honestly, they all kind of sounded like the same person. Get, tell me if I'm wrong, but are they all played by the same bloody guy? I mean, if they are, and and it is who I think it is, come on, guy, that was fucked up of you. That was nothing but being fucked. That was you wanting to prevent someone else from getting more. Because you probably fell on some hard times and you didn't want people to know about it. No offense, but you do something like that, in my head, you are fucked beyond reasoning. You literally were like, I'll do it, but this is all assuming I'm correct. Please understand, if I'm incorrect, then I'm incorrect. And honestly, that's perfectly fine if I'm incorrect. And honestly, I would love it if you would just maybe write down in the comments whether I am or not correct on it. This is only the first part of it because I can only get through about half the movie before having to take a break, to be honest. But so far, I'm gonna be straight. At halfway point, that movie's barely getting a 2. Sorry, but if your best scenes or the best scenes in the movie are all without the main character, you have an issue there. If the best scenes are all where are damn near non-existent, but yet I could not pull out a Racine name, a thing. You told me pick a scene I could scene because they were all that equally horrendous. But scene 1, 2, and 3 don't actually mean that, but just saying. Random scene 1, 2, and 3 were the best out of it, and none of them had the main character in it. Guess what? First off, no, that shouldn't be the case. If anything, that should kind of point out, oh, we may not be going in the right direction after all. And you know what? It's perfectly fine not to be going the right direction. But don't not go in the going that you is the way it should be. No, sorry, but the movie, if you believe it's the way it should be, and the movie should be just as good, then guess what? It's still just as good. Guess what? It should still pull the same numbers. Show still the same audience score. It should still feel like this, like a different version of the movie. And guess what? I understand. Sensibilities change throughout the years. I really do. What is look what's frowned on today may not have been frowned on yesterday, or be not frowned was not frowned on today, may be frowned on tomorrow. You know what? That's understandable to a point, but just because you think your movie, you've written this gold you made a gold movie. Guess what? If that was the case, people wouldn't have the same trouble with the movie. And no, Rachel Zegler does not look anything like Snow White. That's neither good nor a bad thing. It's just, but guess what? I view it as a bad thing. I'm good. Me saying it's neither good nor a bad thing, just me being objective on that. Her not looking like the character doesn't change the story. And you know what? That is 100% doesn't change. And a lot of people haven't seen the story, seen the movie in a long time. That's the case. The issue comes in when you try to force it out of a story that is there. Guess what? You have a description of the character. You need to follow that description. No, you don't. If a person is the character is supposed to be white, you don't make that person white or Asian. If the person is supposed to be Hispanic, you don't make them black or South Korean. You have a descriptor. Follow this, because odds are that description of the character is actually kind of important. It's one, the creator of the story's right, creator's right to use their characters things met. And you know what? If you don't want to do that, fine. I'm not gonna be this massive ass. Then you have to make the as long as the person made the story agrees. And I mean actually agrees, not agree because you coerce to agree. Or hopefully it's either my way or the highway. No. You actually have to agree. Let's be 100%. I agree with this statement. Let's see what we can do together. Now, some of you may not realize is I'm a very tired person. And some of you wonder where this part is going. Oh. Is a character not looking like a description? When I'm saying it, I'm really honest. Depends on the movie. Like, let's take Lilo and Stitch. Lilo looks like Lilo and Stitch. Nowadays, we have issues. She doesn't look like she'd be any sort of relapse. And again, sometimes, well, it can't be helped. But, truth be told, I wound up, she's a bit too white. Well, she's not white, but you know what I mean. Oh, it's okay. Are you okay, yeah? I don't know if it's like makeup sheen or whatever. That's person's wearing up right reflects off of them. And I'm gonna be honest, the fact that supposedly Jumba doesn't have his Russian anymore and there's no Ganto here. Yes, those are issues too. Now you may view them as insignificant issues, but I don't. Hold on. That'll count for my video on Snow White. Okay? I'll call that